Hi, this is Ruby Bloom here, and welcome to the second taping of The Misconceptions of Mental Illness. Now, as we were discussing last time, the media portrays the mentally ill as psychotic and, serial killers and all these people that have these violent tendencies. There's also another misconception going around, and that's the trivializing of what it means to actually be mentally ill and take medication. A famous example of this is, as I'm sure we all know, is Judge Judy. Judge Judy usually says to her litigants, if she doesn't really like them that much, she'll say, you need to take medication. And other things like, do you take medication? Now, what Judge Judy is not aware of is that by saying you should take medication, that can be construed as dispensing medical advice without a license. Now, that's criminally prosecutable, but say hypothetically speaking, somebody were to take her advice and something really tragic as a result happened, Judge Judy would be open to a really big lawsuit. Unfortunately, litigants don't exactly know their rights, so nobody really has confronted her about this yet. Now, when she says, do you take medication? Even though Judge Judy is now retired and off the bench as a professional career, it's still the presumption that you're not going to perjure yourself in her courtroom. So when she says, do you take medication? The problem is that she's forcing her litigants to violate doctor-patient confidentiality. And hypothetically speaking, if they were to violate doctor-patient confidentiality, it could result in a lot of damages for the litigant. For example, he could be fired from his job based on prejudice and stigma. If this happens and the person does suffer severe damages from what Judge Judy has said to them or forced them to admit, then she's open to another lawsuit for defamation of character, especially if it's not true. Just the idea that she would think that somebody would have a mental illness and in need of medication when really they don't need medication, that's defamation of character. And she's walking on really thin ice when she says these things just to get a rise out of her viewers. Thank you. And I hope this makes all of you aware of how grave the situation can be when the law is concerned in protecting the mentally ill and mental illness and the idea of taking medication in general.